You wake up. The house is still dark. Something feels off. Then you look down, and there it is, a small, lifeless creature placed perfectly at your feet. Your cat is watching you, completely still, almost proud. You are horrified. But what if that moment, as disgusting as it feels, is actually one of the most loving things your cat will ever do for you? Have you ever stopped to wonder why your cat hunts at all? They have a full food bowl. They have never needed to survive a single day in the wild, and yet something inside them never stopped. Cats are hard-wired predators, and that wiring runs deep. Surprisingly, scientists have found that hunger and hunting are controlled by completely separate parts of a cat's brain. They are not the same drive. Your cat doesn't hunt because they're starving. They hunt because the urge exists entirely on its own. It fires whether they ate an hour ago or not. That instinct has been sharpening for thousands of years. And somehow, at the end of all that ancient effort, they brought the result to you. That says everything. What if your cat doesn't see you as their owner at all? What if, in their mind, you are family, real family? In feral cat colonies, researchers have observed something remarkable. Adult cats bring prey back, not just for their kittens, but for other trusted members of their group. The gift of food is an act of social bonding. It says, "You matter to me. I provide for you." Your indoor cat carries that same ancient code. They're not just sharing a meal, they're performing an act of loyalty that evolution spent millennia building. You didn't earn that by buying fancy food or the right toy. You earned it simply by being present, by being theirs. That little horror at your feet is your cat saying quietly that you belong to each other. Did you know your cat might genuinely pity your survival skills? Think about it from their perspective. You leave the house every single day. You never return with prey. You don't stalk. You don't crouch. You don't even seem to notice the birds outside the window. To your cat, you are a large, well-meaning creature with absolutely no hunting ability whatsoever, and they have decided to fix that. Ethologists, scientists who study animal behavior, call this compensatory provisioning. Your cat is covering for your incompetence with breathtaking loyalty. They go out, they hunt, they bring it back. There is no resentment in it. There is only dedication. Your cat has essentially appointed themselves your personal provider. That is not disturbing. That is one of the most tender things any creature has ever done. If your cat is starting to make a little more sense right now, hit that like button and subscribe. There is so much more your cat is trying to tell you. Have you ever noticed what your cat does right after they drop the gift? They don't walk away. They stay. They watch. That pause isn't random. It's deliberate. In the wild, mother cats don't just deliver prey to their young. They demonstrate. They wait for their kittens to engage, to learn, to understand what this thing is and what to do with it. Your cat is doing the exact same thing with you. They step back. They wait for your response. When you scream, recoil, or immediately remove the gift without acknowledgement, your cat doesn't understand what went wrong. They only know the offering was rejected. Over time, that rejection registers. Animal behaviorists recommend a calm, quiet response. You don't have to celebrate a dead mouse, but a soft tone, a slow blink, a gentle word, those communicate something important. I see what you did. I receive it. Because the animal was never really the point. The point was the act. The point was choosing you. And that deserves at least a moment of recognition. What if the toy your cat drops on your pillow every night means exactly the same thing? Research into indoor cat behavior reveals something beautiful. When cats have no access to live prey, they substitute objects, toys, socks, hair ties, anything they can carry. But the behavior around the offering stays completely identical. The carrying, the presenting, the watchful pause, the waiting for your acknowledgement. Your indoor cat isn't acting out a watered-down version of instinct. They're performing the full ritual with whatever they have available. That soggy, half-chewed toy is not laziness. It is the same ancient gift, translated carefully into your world. If your cat has ever dropped something at your feet and looked up at you, that look deserves a second glance. It means more than you realized. Did you know your reaction to the gift actually matters deeply? Cats are remarkably sensitive readers of human emotion. They watch your face, they read your posture, they absorb your tone of voice with surprising precision. When you scream, recoil, or immediately remove the gift without acknowledgement, your cat doesn't understand what went wrong. They only know the offering was rejected. Over time, that rejection registers. Animal behaviorists recommend a calm, quiet response. You don't have to celebrate a dead mouse, but a soft tone, a slow blink, a gentle word, those communicate something important. I see what you did. I receive it. Because the animal was never really the point. The point was the act. The point was choosing you. And that deserves at least a moment of recognition. Your cat lives inside a world you can only partially see. They operate by instincts older than any language either of you shares. Every strange thing they do, every midnight delivery, every watchful pause has a root in something that functions quietly like love. The next time it happens, take one breath before you react, because on the other side of that moment is a creature who looked at the entire world and decided you were worth hunting for. That is not strange. That is not gross. That is, in the oldest and truest sense of the word, devotion.